Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to plant up some rhubarb. My mum, last time she was in the UK, she was kind enough to bring some rhubarb rootstocks back with 3 different types, cultivars, whatever you call them, and we're going to have a go at growing them in Spain, in Andalusia. It's Malaga area. For you guys around the world, it's classed zone 8 or 9, I think, somewhere in between. I've read a lot of mixed reviews on the internet, on blogs and on the Facebook group. It seems like 70% people fail and the other 30% manage to grow rhubarb all right. So it must be possible. The 30% must be just doing it right and getting all the little factors in line, and so we're gonna have a go. I love rhubarb. I'd love to have my own little stock of. I ain't had rhubarb for years living out here in Spain. You only see it in Iceland and it's frozen, and I don't know if that's really rhubarb, you know. Who knows what it is, you know. And so I want to have a go at growing this. I read a really interesting blog article called Grow Rhubarb Anywhere. I'm going to stick a link for you guys in the description so you can have you guys can have a read as well of that. And basically these guys are from Texas and they're growing rhubarb in Texas, and if they can grow rhubarb in Texas, then I mean Texas gets really hot, man. So I'm sure we can grow rhubarb here. And it was a good article. Basically they plan a attack to try and successfully grow rhubarb here. I'm going to dig a hole. We're going to get lots of organic matter in there so it holds the water. Some horse manure. I've got a load of coffee grounds we're going to get in there, and mound it up and put some sand in there as well, because you do want it to be able to drain. It don't want to be waterlogged, but it wants to hold the moisture. And then we're going to top that off with some straw mulch, and we'll see how it gets on. And then I'm going to make sure it gets plenty of water every day, and we'll have a look maybe 2 weeks and then a month later and see how the rhubarb's coming on. And so let's get to it. I'll show you the site where we're gonna plant these bad boys. So this is where we're going to be growing our rhubarb, in here. As I was saying before, we get sun in the morning there. It'll get a little bit in the morning, but then as soon as the sun goes over there, it'll be protected. And what I can do is I can repaint this bit white, and when I finish my little what you call it, like a little wood shelter thing, I can paint maybe that side white just so it bounces more light off onto the rhubarb leaves. I think it's going to do I've got a good feeling that it's going to do really good here. So the first step is I'm going to dig some of this rubbish out of here, because there's a lot of little bulbs of this horrible little plant that just tears up anything that's, I just want it out of there, you know. So that's going to be the first step, and then we're going to get some good stuff in there. Look what I just found, man. What is this? Man, that's like a diamond or something. Okay, so it's been well rotivated. I've dug down deep and removed all bits of root from the weeds and whatnot. And we've got the horse manure in there, half a bag of horse manure, so that was about 10 litres of horse manure, well rotted. I've got a bit of wood ash in there. Don't go crazy with the wood ash. I went a bit crazy with it, and none of my vegetables grew. My salads were the same size like a month later, so I had to really dig them all up, and I had to get a load. And basically I think the wood ash were rubbing up the nitrogen, so just a bit of wood ash. I've put some coffee grounds in there, and we're just going to top it off with some sand, and then we're going to just dig it all in. Oh, that's heavy. And what I'll do is I want to build like little wooden like a raised bed, so it'll follow on nicely with the wood place. But I'll do that at another time. I just want to get my rhubarb planted as soon as possible before it rots away in them little bags it comes in. Alright, that's pretty well dug and mixed up. Looks really nice. I mean, if I was a little rhubarb, I'd love to get my little feet in there. I'd grow massive, so I'm sure they're going to do pretty good. Let's go and get that rhubarb planted in there. Alright, so we're planting red Canadian. Look forward to having some red Canadian soon. So it says it wants to be about 3 centimeters under, so basically just below a little bit. It's almost like you're tucking your own little children into bed, and that's how you should treat gardening, like your little children. So up next is Victoria. See how Queen Victoria is gonna do well in here. They might be a little bit too close, but if they do well and they start really stretching out, I'm not too fussed anyway, because I can dig up a few roots and maybe make a few more rhubarb patches, because you can never have enough rhubarb. Well, that's bad news for old Victoria. I noticed as I was trying to plant it, the root, the rhizome, it's just completely rotted away. So no Victoria. Hopefully, well, I'm glad I asked my mum to bring me 3 back and not just 1, because a bit upsetting. Looked like a nice plant, that Victoria, as well. So what we've got next is raspberry red. Ooh, sounds alright. Raspberry red. Just peeling it back a little bit like an onion, getting some of that rot off. Yeah, this is looking pretty healthy. As you can see, I've peeled it back there, and looks good, and we'll just nest that in like that. Get rid of some of them bits like that. So we're going to give that a really good watering next. Alright, so that's been really well watered. I did take this red Canadian one out just to check the rhizome for rot, and it did have a few little things that I managed to pull off. It didn't look as healthy as the raspberry red one here, but we'll just see how it goes. So yeah, that's well watered. I'm going to get some mulch on that soon, and we'll have a look how it looks in a couple of weeks. So this is basically just long grass clippings that I've just left in a pile and rotivated it a bit to get so it gets nice and dry. It's basically like hay, and I'm just going to use that to mulch up the top of the patch. So there we have it. Let's see how they look in a couple of weeks' time. Hey guys, so it's actually been 3 weeks. There wasn't much going off after 2 weeks, and a snail attacked one of the rhubarbs, and well, there wasn't much to look at after the snail had a go at it. But yeah, they're looking pretty good. This is the raspberry red. It's popped out quite a nice leaf there. the snail got it here, but it has started growing another leaf there, so that looks all right. That's the old dead leaf there the snail got. And the Canadian red is looking really nice. It's got a nice bit of, it's got another leaf popping out here, and it's got 2 nice leaves growing here with a bit of stem. What I had to do, I was giving it way too much water at the beginning. I was getting a bit too enthusiastic, and I was worried that the bulbs might rot. So what I had to do was I dug them out, and I mixed in more sand into the soil, and I left the roots more kind of the top of the root stock touching the surface, and I think they've kicked off a lot better since I did that, and a lot less chance of that root rhizome rotting away. So yeah, they look like they're doing pretty good. Quite exciting. So we'll see how they get on, and I'll show you in the future. Hopefully we get a rhubarb harvest, maybe not this year, but they said don't take too much from it the first year, but we'll see how it goes. Thanks guys for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you've not subscribed, and pop that like button. Got quite a few videos in the pipeline. I've got to get back to my carnivorous plants and show you how they're doing. The Venus flytraps are doing really good, and I've just been to check on, we're going to get some bees in this yard, and I've got a video in production on just clearing away space for the apiary, and I've just been down there now, and I've just seen a load of bees entering the box that I set up, but you'll see that in the other videos. I'll have it pop up for you at the end of this video. Yeah, so thanks guys for watching. Take care, see you later.